Hi, welcome to Untitled Box Breaks. Today is Thursday, February 27th, 2020. It is now 10:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I apologize for starting 2 minutes late. I am moving pretty slow here. I can explain that later, but anyways, today we are opening up a three-box break of 2010-11 Donruss hockey, and we want to congratulate Max GW19. You are the only winner of any teams. We only sold one team, kind of odds during hockey season. This is a first, but you won I believe it was the Chicago Blackhawks. And if that's not it, I'll double check my notes here. But anyways, I know I sent you that offer for the other 29 unsold teams. I just read your message before we signed on. I responded to it. So if you still want them, even though the break's starting now, they will still be yours for that same price. So, but anyways, I want to explain why I'm late here. I think you're new to our breaks. If you've been with us before, I don't remember your name, but then again, we do hundreds of different people, so I'm not sure. But anyways, um, I've been battling through a bunch of injuries since last March, almost a full year. And the biggest injury was trying to save my foot, and it looked like we were very close to saving it until last Saturday. I had a pressure ulcer pop up again. Now I have to have surgery, which is a last resort. Otherwise, I'll definitely lose my foot, the doctor said. And there's still a 40% chance I will lose my foot after the surgery. So, like I said, I'm not even supposed to be stepping on it, but I got to move a little bit to do these breaks. These breaks were all listed before all the problems happened. So, anyways, that was the reason. So, guess we're all set to go. Here is box number one. Forgot to bring my scissors with me, so I got to use some, or my knife with me, so we got to use some scissors here. Okay, there's our first empty box. And I wish you luck. So, I don't have a surgery date, but once I have that, I won't be doing live breaks for quite a while during the recovery process. I have no idea how long it's going to take. But anyways, we're all set to go. First card in today's break is Josh Gorgeous from the Montreal Canadiens. Then we have Thomas Fleshman from the Washington Nationals. I'm sorry, Washington Capitals. Wrong sport. Alex Goletsky from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Nicholas Bergfors from the Atlanta Thrashers. Rick Peverly, also from the Atlanta Thrashers. Dustin Brown of the Los Angeles Kings. Anzai Kopitar from the Los Angeles Kings. Jeff Schultz of the Washington Capitals. Then we have Mark Recchi from the Boston Bruins. And Jordan Stahl from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, next card is Dave Bullard of the Chicago Blackhawks. Ed Jovanowski from the Phoenix Coyotes. Phil Kessel from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Mike Newble from the Washington Capitals. Ryan Malone of the Tampa Bay Lightning. A rated rookie card of Nazem Kadri from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Then we've got Mark Stahl from the New York Rangers. Josh Bailey of the New York Islanders. Alexander Seaman from the Washington Capitals. And Roberto Luciano from the Vancouver Canucks. Okay, next card is Victor Hedman from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Alex Steen from the St. Louis Blues. Corey Stillman from the Florida Panthers. Martin Havlat from the Minnesota Wild. Brian Giannata from the Montreal Canadiens. And, okay, here is our first hit, and this is a real good one here. This is a certified, well, it's also a die-cut insert autograph card of Martin Brodeur, the goalie for the New Jersey Devils. And this card is serial number. They only made 25 in the world. And you just pulled number, well, I say you. It depends if you buy the other teams or not. Number 3 at 25. We can get it to focus. Really hard to see there. It's in the stands there. 03 at 25. Believe me, there it is. There, now you can see it. So, very nice hit there. I will give a recap of all the hits at the end of the break. Then we have Hendrik Zetterberg from the Detroit Red Wings. Daniel Alfredsson of the Ottawa Senators. Ryan Miller of the Buffalo Sabres. Jonathan Toews of the, or Toews, I should say, from the Chicago Blackhawks. I never pronounce his last name right. Okay, then we've got Mike Modano of the Detroit Red Wings. Chris Stewart from the Colorado Avalanche. James Van Riemsdyk from the Philadelphia Flyers. Eric Stahl from the Carolina Panthers. Peter Mueller from the Colorado Avalanche. Next insert card is called The Ultimate Draft, and this is a Milan Michalek from the Ottawa Senators. Then we've got Nathan Horton from the Boston Bruins. Derek Brassard from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Johan Franzen from the Detroit Red Wings. And Matt Molson of the New York Islanders. Okay, next card is Michael Grabner from the New York Islanders. Ryan Whitney of the Edmonton Oilers. Ryan Getzlaff of the Anaheim Ducks. Patrick Marleau from the San Jose Sharks. David Booth of the Florida Panthers. Then we have Mike Smith of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Corey Perry of the Anaheim Ducks. Matthew Lombardi of the Nashville Predators. Michael Layton from the Philadelphia Flyers. And Wojciech Wolski from the Phoenix Coyotes. Okay, next card is Artem Animasov from the New York Rangers. David Backus from the St. Louis Blues. Pekka Rinne from the Nashville Predators. Antti from the San Jose Sharks. Tyler Myers from the Buffalo Sabres. Next insert card is called Tough Times, and this is of Tim Hunter from the Calgary Flames. And then we have Ryan Kessler from the Vancouver Canucks. Kyle Okposo from the New York Islanders. Chris Russell of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Dwayne Rollison of the New York Islanders. Next card is Derek Roy of the Buffalo Sabres. Mason Raymond of the Vancouver Canucks. Alice Hemsky from the Edmonton Oilers. Mark Fistrick from the Dallas Stars. Derek Dorsett of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Devin Setoguchi from the San Jose Sharks. Nicholas Lindstrom of the Detroit Red Wings. Timo Solani of the Anaheim Ducks. Zach Bogosian from the Atlanta Thrashers. And Craig Anderson of the Colorado Avalanche. Okay, this is the last pack in box 1. Then we still got 2 more boxes to go after this. First card is Jordan Tutu from the Nashville Predators. Zian Konopka from the New York Islanders. Steve Mason of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Adam Foote of the Colorado Avalanche. Thomas Vokoun of the Florida Panthers. Next insert card is called Fans of the Game. And this is of Michael Ontkian. I don't know if I pronounced his name right, but I'm not sure what movies he was in or TV. I do know that he was on the TV show called The Rookies, where he was a police officer. He was on that show for several years. Then we have Martin Havlat of the Minnesota Wild. Brian Giannotta of the Montreal Canadiens. Renee Bork of the Calgary Flames. And Scott Gomez of the Montreal Canadiens. Okay, that completes box number 1. And here is box number 2. Okay, first card out of box 2 is going to be David Krejci from the Boston Bruins. Then we have Nicholas Backstrom from the Washington Capitals, Jeff Carter of the Philadelphia Flyers, Thomas Holmstrom from the Detroit Red Wings, Eric Fair from the Washington Capitals, red rookie card of Dustin Tokarski from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Then we have Cal Clutterbuck from the Minnesota Wild, Pavel Datsyuk from the Detroit Red Wings, Michael Backlund of the Calgary Flames, and Paul Stastny from the Colorado Avalanche. Okay, next card would be Sam Gagner from the Edmonton Oilers, Jamie Langenbrunner from the New Jersey Devils, Alex Golagowski from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Nicholas Bergfors from the Atlanta Thrashers, Chris Versteeg from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Patrick Berglund from the St. Louis Blues, Henrik Lundqvist from the New York Rangers, Kikole Zerdev from the Philadelphia Flyers, Brad Boyes from the St. Louis Blues, and then we have Mikhail Bodker from the Phoenix Coyotes. Next card is Raymond Lankow of the Calgary Flames, Eric Stahl of the Carolina Panthers, Phil Kessel of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Sergei Gonchar of the Ottawa Senators, Eric Johnson of the St. Louis Blues, a red rookie card of Grant Klitzum, and he's with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Then we've got Michael Camilleri from the Montreal Canadiens, Henrik Sedin of the Vancouver Canucks, Dion Phaneuf of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Cam Ward of the Carolina Panthers. Okay, first card of this pack is Patrick Hornquist from the Nashville Predators, Colby Armstrong from the Toronto Maple Leafs, David Backes from the St. Louis Blues, Pekka Rinne from the Nashville Predators, Dustin Brown from the Los Angeles Kings, Brad Richards of the Dallas Stars, Jerome McGinley from the Calgary Flames, Robin Regner from the Calgary Flames, Jamie Benn of the Dallas Stars, and Dan Boyle of the San Jose Sharks. Just a sec here, just got to turn a fan on. It's starting to get a little warm in here. Okay. Then we have Josh Gorgeous from the Montreal Canadiens, Thomas Fleshman from the Washington Capitals, Alice Hemsky from the Edmonton Oilers, Mark Fistrick from the Dallas Stars. Then we have Rich Peverly from the Atlanta Thrashers. Next insert card is called the Ultimate Draft, and this is of Zach Parise from the New Jersey Devils. Then we've got Tim Connolly from the Buffalo Sabres, Jonathan Quick of the Los Angeles Kings, Evanji Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Cam Barker of the Minnesota Wild. Next card will be Dave Bullard of the Chicago Blackhawks, Ed Jovanowski of the Phoenix Coyotes, Jean-Sebastien Giguere from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Steve Mason of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Mike Newble from the Washington Capitals, Ryan Malone of the Tampa Bay Lightning, Jeff Schultz of the Washington Capitals, Keith Yandel from the Phoenix Coyotes, Mark Recchi from the Boston Bruins, and Jordan Stahl of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next card will be Drew Daughtry from the Los Angeles Kings, Jeff Delores from the Edmonton Oilers, Patrick Marleau from the San Jose Sharks, James Van Riemsdyk from the Philadelphia Flyers, Michael Neuwirth from the Washington Capitals, Andrei Lokanov from the Los Angeles Kings, Martin Brodeur of the New Jersey Devils, Sako Koivu of the Anaheim Ducks, Jimmy Howard of the Detroit Red Wings, and Tyler Kennedy of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Okay, this is the last pack in box 2. Then we still got one more box to go after this. Next box is Chris Pronger, or next card is Chris Pronger of the Philadelphia Flyers. Then we have Brent Burns of the Minnesota Wild, Ryan Getzlaf of the Anaheim Ducks, Ryan Callahan of the New York Rangers, Bobby Ryan, I should say, from the Anaheim Ducks, a red rookie card of Brandon Yip from the Colorado Avalanche, Marian Hossa from the Chicago Blackhawks, Joe Pavelski from the San Jose Sharks, Shea Weber of the Nashville Predators, and Tuukka Rask from the Boston Bruins. Okay, that completes box number 2. One more box to go, and here it is. Here is box number 3. There's our empty box. Okay, first card, last box is going to be Ryan Smith of the Los Angeles Kings, Luka Sabissa from the Anaheim Ducks, Alexander Burrows from the Vancouver Canucks, Chris Mason of the Atlanta Thrashers, Tumo Ruto from the Carolina Panthers, a red rookie card of Nick Johnson from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Nathan Horton from the Boston Bruins, Derek Brassard of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Stephen Weiss of the Carolina Panthers, and Steven Stamkos from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay, next card is Valtteri Filppula from the Detroit Red Wings. Then we have Nicholas Backstrom from the Minnesota Wild, Zach Stortini from the Colorado Rockies. Then we have Andrei Pavlik from the Atlanta Thrashers, Steve Sullivan of the Nashville Predators. And hang on just a sec here. Okay, had to fix my screen there. Next is Jack Johnson of the Los Angeles Kings, Corey Perry of the Anaheim Ducks, Matthew Lombardi of the Nashville Predators, Wayne Simmons from the Los Angeles Kings, and Evander Kane from the Atlanta Thrashers. Okay, next card is David Krejci from the Boston Bruins. Then we have Nicholas Backstrom from the Washington Capitals, Patrick Sharp from the Chicago Blackhawks, Sergei Gonchar from the Ottawa Senators, Eric Johnson of the St. Louis Blues. Next insert card is called Tough Times, and this is of Jay Miller from the Boston Bruins, Martin Havlat from the Minnesota Wild, Brian Giannotta from the Montreal Canadiens, Cam Ward of the Carolina Panthers, and Brad Boyes of the St. Louis Blues. Okay, next card is Sam Gagner from the Edmonton Oilers, Jamie Langenbrunner from the New Jersey Devils, Zdeno Chara from the Boston Bruins. Then we have Semyon Varlamov, I think I got that right, of the Washington Capitals, and his teammate Michael Nemverth, also from the Washington Capitals. Then we have Andrei Lokanov from the Los Angeles Kings. Alex Steen of the St. Louis Blues. Corey Stillman of the Florida Panthers. Tyler Kennedy of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And Dion Phaneuf from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, next card is going to be Jeff Deloriers from the Edmonton Oilers. Damon Langkow from the Calgary Flames. Danny Healy of the San Jose Sharks. Dmitry Kolikov from the Florida Panthers. Bobby Ryan of the Anaheim Ducks. And here's our next Fans of the Game insert card. First time I've ever seen this, and we've opened up a ton of these boxes. I don't know if this is a short print or not, but anyways, it's called Fans of the Game, and it is of Willa Ford, who is a fan of the Detroit Red Wings. So this goes to the Detroit Red Wings, and it's kind of funny. She's standing there next to Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars, who eventually became a Detroit Red Wing. Next is Dustin Byfuglien from the Atlanta Thrashers. Victor Hedman from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tuukka Rask from the Boston Bruins. And Jimmy Howard of the Detroit Red Wings. Okay, we are down to our last 3 packs in the break. Good luck. Okay, next is Brent Burns of the Minnesota Wild. Drew Daughtry of the Los Angeles Kings. Mark Street from the New York Islanders. Matt Stajan from the Calgary Flames. Brad Richards of the Dallas Stars. Ryan Callahan from the New York Rangers. Dan Hamhuis from the Vancouver Canucks. Logan Couture from the San Jose Sharks. Dan Boyle of the San Jose Sharks. And Shea Weber of the Nashville Predators. Okay, next card is Mike Green of the Washington Capitals. Mike Talbot from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tim Gleason of the Carolina Hurricanes. Eric Ferrer from the Washington Capitals. Michael Frolik of the Florida Panthers. Next insert card is called The Ultimate Draft, and this is of Eric Stahl from the Carolina Hurricanes. Then we have Ryan Kessler of the Vancouver Canucks. Kyle Okposo from the New York Islanders. Paul Stastny of the Colorado Avalanche. And Matt Duchene, also from the Colorado Avalanche. Okay, this is the last pack in the break. And first card, last pack, is going to be Mike Fisher of the Ottawa Senators. David Perron of the St. Louis Blues. Then we have Chris Drury of the New York Rangers. R.J. Umberger from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Chris Versteeg from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Patrick Berglund from the St. Louis Blues. Nicholas Lidstrom of the Detroit Red Wings. Timo Solani of the Anaheim Ducks. Michael Bodker from the Phoenix Coyotes. And the last card in today's break is Mikael Backlund of the Calgary Flames. So that does complete the break. I want to thank you. I'll get your cards out in the mail. Post positive feedback for you. I'll give you a recap of the hit in just a sec here. Just want to remind you, please check out other breaks. We still got, this was our only hockey break. And you can see why, since we only sold 1 team. But we still have basketball, hockey, and football going on right now. And I don't know if I'm going to be listing anything else or not. Like I said, I won't find out until Monday when my surgery is going to be. And then they're probably going to put me in a rehab facility for at least 2 weeks after the surgery because there will be nobody at home to help me out because everyone's going to be working. So anyways, that is that. But here is a recap. We got 1 hit. We got that, I think, in the very first box. And what a hit it was. It's a die-cut certified autograph card of Hall of Famer. At least I think he's in the Hall of Fame. If not, he will be. It is Martin Brodeur of the New Jersey Devils. And it is a very rare card. They only made 25 of them. And we pulled number 3 of 25 right there. A little hard to see, but that is the number, 3 of 25. So again, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Say I will get your cards out in the mail and post positive feedback. Um, Still waiting to hear back to find out if you still wanted the other 29 teams that went unsold. So as soon as I hear back from that, I will get your cards out in the mail. So it's going to be a little slower for me too. I got 3 other breaks going today. My leg's killing me already. I got a cast on now, and it's pushing against the bone, and that's another problem I have, which isn't related to the foot. So all kinds of issues here. But anyways, thanks again. Appreciate you purchasing the break. And like I said, we still have more breaks I'm going to get through before my incoming or pending surgery will be. So thanks again, and I'm going to stop talking. All right, take care, and we'll see you later.